Cool. Hi, everyone. So I am Nikki Lannen. I run a game studio in Dublin, Ireland. This is our team. We've actually grown a little bit since this picture was taken, so there's two extra heads. That's our dog, Fred, comes to work every day. He's our little stress ball. And this picture was taken just on our balcony from our office. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our journey. We've been around for 2 years, how we got into mobile VR, and our new upcoming game, which is called Sneaky Bears. So our mission is to build innovative, fun, high-quality virtual reality games. And at the moment, we're focusing on mobile VR. I personally think there's actually a big gap for, high-quality mobile VR games. A lot of the games that are on, the Samsung Gear and especially the cardboard are actually quite low quality. So we want to bring really, really high standard of fun games to those platforms. So initially, when we first founded Warducks, which was 2 years ago, we created a Facebook and mobile game called Global Agents. So that game was a hidden object game. You kind of traveled places, kind of like a detective theme. You traveled all over the world trying to find certain objects and solve crimes. The challenge that we found with mobile is there's a lot of apps in the App Store. There's a lot of competition. CPIs are just going through the roof. My background personally is I worked on the Facebook games team. So I used to work on the marketing side. I watched the CPIs go up and up and up. It's a really difficult time for a new developer without a game that has a gazillion users to enter that market. So now we're seeing mobile VR in particular have a lot of growth, and it's becoming very, very popular. The reason for that is, a lot of people, and for the kind of mass market, they don't want to really invest $1,500 on a very, very high-end VR device when they are just testing the waters. So for me, I think of it like entry-level VR. People are trying to see what VR is. They're purchasing mobile devices. And so I think initially that's where we're going to see the scale, and that's where we're going to see the growth. We did a little count on the Samsung Gear Oculus App Store just to compare it with mobile. And there's 65, this was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but there was 65 apps in the Samsung Gear store in comparison to 2 million in iOS, which is just crazy. So for us as a game studio, mobile VR is a huge, huge opportunity for us. So we spoke about this, the high quality content for mobile VR and how we wanted to kind of fill that gap. Something that kept on coming up is, what is a high quality VR game? I mean, it's actually very, very new. So we tried to break it down a little bit and just kind of identify what would make a high quality VR game. So first and foremost, and 100% the most important thing is the team. So the team really, really needs to be a experienced, creative, well-driven team. And we definitely have that ingredient. High quality art and animation. We invested very, very heavily in our art and animation team. Our art director has 15 years experience in the games industry. VR is so immersive, and if you get that wrong, you're just taking people out of the experience. It's really, really important. So we invested very, very heavily in that side of things. Beautifully composed and well-placed audio. So I think the panel also spoke about this previously. It's so important. People need to think sounds are coming from particular places. They need to feel like they're part of what's going on. If you have a strong narrative, you need to be able to reflect that in the music. We hired an experienced composer who composed all our music, but she's also very focused on the VR industry and also doing a thesis on VR music and sound design. And we really put a lot of effort into that and made sure we invested in that space. I believe it's not essential, but I believe it's very important to have a strong narrative in VR, because it's kind of a nice experience. People are in that environment. You know, it's nice to have some sort of story to go along with what they're experiencing. Marketing and PR strategy is very important. It's a little bit difficult in VR at the moment. So, you know, you can target someone on an iPhone who's liked hidden object games, or, you know, who's played other hidden object games, but you can't do that in VR yet. It's coming. It's definitely coming. I've been nagging the Facebook team forever for it, but it's not there yet. The good thing about VR is because there's not that much competition. When it does come, CPIs will be a lot lower than what we're seeing on mobile. And so that's for the opportunity for developers building for mobile VR or general VR as well. And then strong connections within the VR industry. You know, knowing people within Oculus or Google Cardboard is very, very important when you're trying to create a hit game in VR. So we decided we were going to build a VR game. We built a prototype. We then decided we'd build a second prototype because, you know, VR is new. We don't know what's fun, what isn't, what's working, what's not. I run an Irish VR meetup, which is like for all of the people building, I think there's a similar one here, SFVR and SVVR. But, you know, anyone building in the VR space within Ireland comes together every 2 months, showcases what they're doing, and we have a few small speakers. But we built one level of this game. So we were doing brainstorms left, right and centre, trying to come up with what would work. And we built one level. The art was okay. The animation was kind of shit. But anyway, we built it. And we said we'd just showcase it at one of these events. And like, we get around 150 people at most of these events. So we just set up a stand and showcased the game. We had like the largest queue for anyone that was showcasing their work there, and people had been in development for like 6 months plus. So we were like, okay, we might be onto something. And so we decided to invest heavily in the title. So we built the game for the Samsung Gear and Cardboard, and we're going to launch it in the next month, I think, hopefully. So I'll tell you a little bit of the story behind the game actually first before I show you this. So you're in a teddy bear factory. There's a lead teddy bear who has taken and possessed all of the other teddy bears and is turning them against you. So you're kind of chasing that lead bear, who we call Frank, and you're trying to catch him throughout the game. And so he's setting all these other bears at you, and it's kind of like a point and click. So you have to point and click on the teddy bears. So it's just like a fun, catchy little game. But I'll just show you a quick video so you get an idea of what it's like. Hopefully.
Welcome, human. I bet you're wondering what the hell is going on. Well, I have a little surprise waiting for you. Let's just say you won't find it as easy getting out this time. Best of luck. I think you'll need it.
So that's Sneaky Bears. So I have the game here. If anyone wants to demo it, you're more than welcome. That's really all I have. So it's short enough. Does anyone have any questions?
So was there a reason that you went for the mobile to start with?
I want to build high quality casual games. And so for casual games, you need scale. And so the predictions are that mobile VR is going to be like 85% of VR for the next couple of years. So until either the price points come down on like the HTC Vive, the Oculus, and whatever future devices, you know. So for us, we need scale. It's kind of like a casual, quick style game. We just want to make them very high quality. So we need to go where the scale is, and mobile VR makes sense for that. Plus, we have like the levels, and then we have like a kind of competition level where you go in and you kind of compete against your friends and you can reset leaderboards and there's a global leaderboard. But for that, you know, it's nice to have that as a mobile type game that you can bring to a friend's house and you know, have a little game and have a few drinks or whatever.
So what were the tools that you developed with, or what do you find most useful for your team?
Yeah, so we built in Unity, and that worked really well. And then for our sound design, we also used Unity, and that actually has worked well for us. So yeah, so that's kind of what we used. But it like everything was pretty, like from the day we started developing that prototype until we hopefully are finished, it'll be around a 6-month turnaround, which is pretty good. Yeah. And so our plan is to build one very high quality game every 6 months for mobile viewer.
Can you comment on the Gear VR app acceptance process?
Yes. So I know the Oculus team quite well. So I've been working very closely with them because I worked on the Facebook Games team. I know some people. So it's been pretty easy for us. We've been working alongside them, making tweaks for the feedback that they've given us. And so it's been really, really easy for us. But that's been my experience. I haven't managed to connect with someone on the Google Cardboard team yet, so if anyone knows anyone.
Thank you very much.
No
Looking forward to
worries.
checking out Sneaky Bears.
Cool, thanks
you.
guys. Thanks.